Today I'm going to be teaching you how to turn your voice into an instrument using an audio clip and your MIDI keyboard and Logic 10 7.5. So I am from the West Coast. I take a lot of long pauses. Maybe I talk a little bit slower than what you're used to, but we're on West Coast time now. So I'm going to start us off with opening up Logic. Open up your Logic, choose an audio track as your import, and I'm going to have headphones on for this. Because I'm going to be recording my voice. And I just have, my Shure mic, SM58, and then I have my audio interface. So I'm just going to make an audio track here. So I don't really think I have to necessarily know a note because we're going to be able to tweak that later, but it might help with knowing around what the note I should be saying or singing. So I'm going to just put on whatever instrument so I can hear a pitch to match. So I'm just going to be playing C2, I believe. Hey. Alright. Hey. Wonderful. So we have the audio track in here. I'm going to take a listen to it.
Hey!
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So I'm just going to hit reverse. That is now reversed. I am going to trim this up quite a bit.
Yeah!
Very interesting. Now I'm going to put some effects on this to make it more of a sound instead of reverse vocals. So I'm going to put on some tape delay to let that trace out a little bit.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Turn up the feedback.
Yeah!
That's kind of fun.
Yeah!
I'm gonna use
Yeah!
Let's up the dark. And I want this to sound a little lo-fi. Throw vinyl on. Okay, and now I'm gonna hide my library. I'm gonna pull out this flex to get a better idea of how well I'm in tune. I'm gonna turn this to flex pitch. So I have an idea. And yeah, you know, I'm not that great a singer. Actually, I'm just gonna, here we go. Select. Pitch perfect. Okay, so now we're just gonna see where the tail of this note runs to, and then we'll just take a note of where the tail ends. I'm just gonna cut this off a little bit earlier. Okay, so now we're gonna copy this, put it there. We're gonna join these two, highlight both, press J, push create, and there we have an extended audio region, and we can trim this part off. There we go. That is our audio region. That is on C2. So we are going to want to make 49 of these audio regions to then export to then later import into the sampler. So I'm going to repeat region multiple times and do 48, and that will give us 49 regions. And then we're going to push A to go to automation and switch to region. Over here on the side here, we're going to put in vocal transformer. And we're going to switch to robotize. And we know that's around C2. So we can just push that there. And that's our pitch base. So this will know. So if we go down from there, that'll transform it. So we know that is C2. So then we can, from there, come over to your audio track, to animation, and choose your vocal transformer, and you can choose pitch here. Oh, actually I wanted to do something real quick in this vocal transformer too. I just want to turn this all the way down. Then we can come back to our audio track automation and go to vocal transformer, go to pitch, and this one will start off with a 0, so then we'll just go up every one, and it'll take a couple seconds, about a minute or so. Okay. I'm going to name this so our audio has a better name on it. Hey vocal instruments. Notes. So now we want to export all of these files as an audio file, and I just have, I'll just make a new folder. So I'll name this vocal sampler, vocal instruments 2. Hey. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to export that. Okay, so now we have all of those exported. Now we'll have to import those into our sampler. I'm going to come over here, add a new track. We're going to add a sampler. And let's just do stereo, create, and let's open that up on the side here. So we can open up our sampler, and if we go into mapping, this will pop up, and then we can see, so this is the wrong spot, but here we go. And it actually organized the files the correct way, except for the last one, but you can do some fudging around in your DAW. So I'm just going to highlight all of these files and then drag them over to the side here. If you drag them onto the keyboard, it does something that confuses me, so I'm not going to do this here and confuse y'all. But if you are dragging your stuff into your sampler and getting confused, try to drag it on the side of your piano roll. That might help you. It helped me. Okay, and we got those imported, and we already know that this last key on the files, that was actually our first note. And then we're going to highlight all these and bring them down 2 notes to the A, so we can, there we go. So now we should, okay. And so if we want to, well, let's check and see if that's on the right notes. It's a C, and then we can come back to our piano. That's a C. That's a C. And that's a C. Okay, so now we'll want to save this to access at a later date. So we can click on the instrument, come up to settings here, and then we can go to save channel strip setting as, and we will want to save this as whatever you will help you remember what it is. Today, for me, that's a hey. Calling this vocal instrument hey. And I'm going to show you how to use the quick sampler with the same track and show you what the sounds, how they're different. So that's just the regular sample, so I'm just going to say that that's good on the labeling, and now we're going to go default patch. We're going to look on our default patch under user channel strip settings, and then we can access that here. I'm just going to use one of the notes from those files we exported. So I'm going to go into the quick sampler. And we'll see what happens with the sound when we, just the difference between the sampler and the quick sampler, because I think for me it was really important to know like the feeling of each sound and what they both have to offer, just from this simple function of using your voice as an instrument. So here we have the quick sampler, and in our finder I'm going to find, you know, maybe something in the middle. Maybe 27. Feeling 27. Okay, here we go. And we're going to drag that in. And it will ask you if you want to optimize or using original. And let's just do optimize since we're being a little bit creative here. So this will just like give you an optimized like area of your sample that it thinks you should use. So what this does, it takes that one pitch and then it just like speeds it up according to like whatever note you're playing. So this, let's do like a A minor 7 chord using that same vocal patch from the quick sampler, and this is the sampler. It gives the instrument different qualities that you can just use depending on, I can see applications where I could use both of the different types of sounds, so it's nice that you can actually choose. One takes a little bit more setting up, but I think for my music, I do ambient music, I do lo-fi music, you know, I do really chill stuff. Someone that talks as slow as I do probably makes really chill music, and I promise you, if you need to go to sleep, listen to my music. It will really help you sleep. So this is great for my kind of music, and you know, maybe there's a lot of other applications for this as well, I'm sure. But I'm new to making videos for YouTube. I am an audiovisual artist. I typically sell NFTs. My Twitter screen name is Moon Studios. You might know me, you might be familiar with me. On Twitter, if you do want to get to know me, want to familiarize yourself with me, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on YouTube. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you. If you have interest in my stuff, you know, I'm present on the internet, Web 2, Web 3. And yeah, hit me a like, follow, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye.